Let's watch the face-on view first. That's the one on the left. We're going to see a setup that's got him too upright. We'd like to see a straight line through the outside of the shoulder down through the leg, and you can see that his shoulder is well outside the green line. So as he goes back, what's going to happen is he's actually going to kind of tip over a little bit here. Notice that the hips are moving way more than the shoulders are moving. He's going to end up tipped over, and he's got a reverse pivot, we call that. We're actually pivoting around the left foot rather than the right foot. At this point now, his spine should be on that green line or parallel to that green line, and you can see that his spine angle, if I just draw it in here, it's going to be kind of that direction instead. And as he comes through, you're going to watch, if you watch really closely as he moves into the shot, the left heel is going to come off the ground, and he's going to pivot his left foot right about in here. There goes the pivot right there. See that? How it's pivoting. That means he's not pushing off the right foot at all. He's just pivoting the left foot, and then he's not going to have any release of the club. So if you look right there, you can see that the right hand is under the club. The palm of the left hand is up rather than in a shake hands position with both hands. He hasn't rotated. His hips are locked in place. He hasn't put any forward momentum into the swing. That's why he lacks power and has an occasional chunk or top. And as he goes through to the finish, he finally pivots late and gets into a pretty good pivot position, except if we notice the left heel is going behind him rather than pivoting straight up. Now let's move over here to the right side. We'll take a look at his swing plane. I'm going to draw one more line in. I'll do this one more line here in, let's pick another color. How about blue? This will show his spine tilt forward. Now he's in a pretty good setup. The lower white line is the swing plane of the club. The upper white line is the shoulder turn plane. Let's watch what happens as he goes back. Kicks the club way to the inside. What we'll notice, the reason that's happening, he's going way to the inside, is because his hips are turning with his shoulders rather than independently. On the backswing, with the shoulders to turn first, the hips stay pretty firm. We don't want that left knee coming out and falling down and the right leg straightening. Again, that's what's creating that false pivot, where you're pivoting on the right foot. The weight is staying on the right foot rather than the left foot. As he comes into here, you can see the club's a little bit laid off the plane, but not bad. Now he's going to make an effort to try to get his arm up to the top white line, but he can't because his shoulders are clearly not on the shoulder turn plane. They're up about here. So we have to undo that and get him into a position where he can drop the club into the slot. So you see his hands have artificially gotten high. That's not a real move. All he's doing there is bending his left elbow. Now he's going to come down. He's over the top, way above the swing plane line, pulling the shoulders up and out of the swing. See his ear is no longer down on the blue line. Comes through the shot, and you're going to see the left heel, instead of coming straight up, is going to point a little bit back, and he's still stuck. So he's flipped the club over, and you can see that pretty easily. So what we're going to get him to do is work really hard on getting the shoulders to turn on the shoulder plane so that he can get into a better position so that his lead forearm, or his left forearm, is parallel to the white line when it's parallel to his shoulders.